Hello student, morning to one and all. So, we are learning the topic that is noun. In the last period we saw the definition of noun. I have explained you about the noun. Noun is a name of person, place, animal and thing. Okay? This you should know about this noun. And after that I have given example related to this. The last video you should see what I have told and which are the examples given. So it will be very easy for you to find out their noun. So again, noun as I told you 4 types. So in that you have to underline the nouns of the sentences which I have told you at exercise 8 or it was on page number 21. Okay. So we have done this exercise very nicely and hope you have understood this exercise. And in this exercise we have to just underline the nouns from the given sentence. That was our work. So total we did 15 sentences were there. That was continued on a page number 22nd. 15 examples were there. So just underlining the noun. But we should understand for this what we have to do. You have to read the sentence. Reading habit is the best habit. Every day as I told you, you should read at least 2 pages and try to write them. So it will improve your writing as well as reading. That is a daily homework you think that. Okay. See, now with this paragraph, it's exercise number B, exercise B, it's on page number 22, we are going to see exercise B. Now what is there in that exercise is just find out. Again, read the heading, it is red in color, see a red line you can see, that is the heading and that we have to do what is told to us. Everybody should open your book. So it will be easy for you where I am reading. At that time you will pay attention in the book. So you will be able to understand properly. Underline the noun in this passage. Now same what we did in the first exercise we have to do in this exercise also. But what is the difference? Difference here it is we have been given a passage. Passage is given and in the first exercise we were given separate sentence and from that sentences we have to find the noun. The same thing we have to do but in the passage. So see what is the passage telling us. We are going to just read out that, understand and then underline what is there in that passage. So a simple thing when we are reading the passage you should know a name of person if it is there you have to underline because name of a person, a place name is there again we have to underline. The third is if there is some animal name if it is there then we have to underline. The next last one is name of a thing. So whenever this 4 words we find out in the passage then we have to underline. But for this we have to understand what is there in the passage. Okay. In the first paragraph. How do you like your Uncle Cain? Asked Granny one day. So here Granny is asking a question. So this is a sentence which interrogative. Because here a question is asked by a Granny. Granny means grandmother. Okay. So what did she ask? How do you like your Uncle Cain? Uncle Cain is the name of a person. Okay. So here Uncle Cain in this sentence you have to underline. I am just giving the words which we are going to underline. I am going to write that only on the board. I am not going to write the whole passage. Okay. So be attentive where we have to underline the words. How do you like your Uncle Cain? A question mark is there. So it is an interrogative question. So here a noun we found that is Uncle Cain. That we have to underline. Name of So these two words in the first line we have underlined. One day, what did she say to him? I wish he was someone else, uncle, I said. So the answer is given by the author. So what did the answer? I wish he was someone else, uncle. Means I think he should be someone other's uncle. He is not so bad, really, just eccentric. So he said the uncle is not so bad, just eccentric, means his behavior is little bit different from a normal person. So you cannot say in if it is said in Marathi vilakshan, it is not as regular as what we people do. Something little bit different. Okay, that is vilakshan. You can say sanki. अगर कोई ऐसा संकी होता है, अगर वो is not able to do the proper thing at the proper time, that type of person he was. What is eccentric? So again our question is asked by him. Oh, just a little crazy. थोड़ा crazy है. Crazy means if it is in Hindi or Marathi it will be वेडसर, वेडा. Little bit, not full, but a little bit to that point. It is वेडसर वेडा. हाँ. So थोड़ा सा पागल के जैसे करता है. बाकी it is not that bad. Okay. The meaning of this sentence. What is eccentric? Oh, just little crazy. So again हम लोग किसके बारे में आइडेंटिफाई कर रहे हैं? क्रेजी. It is just as his behavior is there, crazy. Okay. So you have to just understood this first paragraph. Okay. The conversation is between a granny and her grandson. Okay. Next paragraph. At least crazy runs around the house, I said. I have never seen Uncle Ken running. So what was the answer from the son to his granny? That at least crazy runs around the around the house. So a crazy person, if he is crazy, he can run around the house. Some people have that habit, some are not at that point to understand. So what do they do? Just move and run around the house. They don't know their capability if they are doing that. But Uncle Ken is not doing like that also, as the son said. I have never seen Uncle Ken running. So he is saying, I have never seen Uncle Ken running around the house or anywhere. But I did one day. Mohan and I were playing marbles in the shade of a mango tree. But one day what happened? Mohan, his friend, and he was playing marbles. Marbles means संगमनरी या तो फिर वो कांच होते हैं. देखो, the small balls are there of glass. With that glass, marble रोटियाँ, we can say, if it is in Hindi, तो उससे बच्चे खेलते हैं ना, उसके साथ उन्होंने वो खेल रहे थे दोनों. Okay, marbles. So in the shade of which tree? Mango tree. So here, which are the nouns that we have found? Just we are going to write that along with this also. At least crazy. Again, this crazy is there. After that, crazy. Again in this line, we have one line. Uncle Ken. These are the nouns which we are finding in this passage. Next noun we have found, that is Mohan. Mohan is the name of a boy. We have to underline Mohan. Again, marble, name of a thing. Marbles किसका नाम है? गोटियां जो खेलते हैं बच्चे, that is marble. In the shade of which tree? Mango tree. Again, the name of a tree is there. So you have to underline mango tree. Okay. So these two people he was that bees were following him, and he was vigorously running. He was trying to escape himself from the bees. So they saw that the bees were after him. So here, which are the insects name? So again you have to underline. Now that is bees. Okay. He had lit fire under a silk cotton tree. Now what did uncle did? Why that bees were after him? Because he has lit a fire under a silk cotton tree. Tree name is given silk cotton. So that also we have to underline. Silk cotton tree. So what did Uncle Ken did? He had light up fire under that tree, and the bees hive was there, and so because of that smoke, the bees came out and it started running after Uncle Ken. Okay. Silk cotton and the smoke had distributed the wild bees in their hives. So I told you that smoke went in their heap, and so naturally when the smoke or fire goes in that heap, they will also try to escape, and within that what did they do? So it is habit of an bee. When they find any person, they are back of that person to bite. Okay. So smoke had distributed the wild bees in their heap directly above him. So they were just behind that Uncle Ken. Uncle Ken fell indoors and leapt into the tub of water. So what did Uncle Ken did? So here we have to underline that first. Cotton, silk tree and smoke had distributed wild bees in their HIVE. Okay. मधुमक्खी का छत्ता घर, that is hive. Next, Uncle Ken fell indoor and leapt into the tub of cold water. So Uncle Ken came running very fast. He ran, and what happened? He came and directly jumped into the tub with the cold water, not hot water. It was cold water where he came and directly jumped in that water. See, so we have to underline Uncle Ken fell and indoors and leapt into the tub. Tub is the name of thing. T-U-B, tub. Where a big pot is there, where water is filled, and there we take bath. That is called a tub of cold water. He had received a few stings and decided to remain in bed for 3 days. So what did Uncle Ken decided? He have a sting. Sting means as the bees sit on your body or somewhere, they give a pinch, and that is very, very troublesome. So when that is there, that is a sting is there in their tip. So when that is on our body, it is very troublesome. So same some stings were there on Uncle's body, and so he decided to remain in bed for how many days? 3 days. Now bed is the name of a thing. So you have to underline bed in this line. Okay. 3 days. The ayah took his meal to him on a tray. Now a boy named is Ayah. He took a meal to him. Now he is sleeping on the bed, so somebody should be there to give a meal. So he took a meal. So name of boy you have to underline A-Y-A-H. Okay? Yeah. Meal to him on a tray. So on what day he took that meal? It was on the tray. Tray is the name of a thing. So underline that also. See, in the noun, what we have to see in this paragraph, you know, no? Name of a person, place, thing, and animal. Okay. Train. I did not know Uncle Ken could run so fast. I said to Granny later in the day. So it was a conversation between Granny and this boy. So what did he say? I did not know Uncle Ken could run so fast. So again he said, oh, from so many days I don't know Uncle Ken could run so fast. There should be some reason that comes out. Okay. So I said to Granny later in the day afterwards, he said, yeah, I knew that Uncle Ken, I don't know Uncle Ken could run so fast. It is nature's way of compensating. So it is nature's way, said Granny. Who said gave this answer to this boy that it is nature's way to compensating. So what is compensating? So you can say अगर हम किसी का नुकसान करते हैं तो उसकी नुकसान भरपाई मिलती है. तो हमने what did Uncle Ken did? He troubled at bees, and that initiative he got here, but with a positive. See, never he ran, but because that bees were back of him, he could run very fast. So sometimes it is beneficial also that compensating भरपाई करना नुकसान दोनों टाइप में. वो again the boy was not understanding the meaning, so he again asked question to his Granny. What was the question? What is compensating? So again he said, "Arey, you said this word, but I don't know meaning." Huh? It means making up for things. Now at least Uncle can know that he can run. Is that not wonderful? Now, because of that one reason, Uncle came to know that he can run so fast. Before this, he was not knowing he was able to run, or others were also not knowing that what is the capability of Uncle Ken. But because of this reason, they saw Uncle Ken running very fast. Okay, so this was the passage, and all things were, and it is wonderful. Because of some reason, somebody's ability we can find out. So this was a paragraph which was given to us in exercise B. So we have just read it out properly and we have found out the noun. So what are the remaining nouns? You can say activity we have done. Again, Uncle Ken. We have to write. Whenever this word comes in the paragraph, you have to underline this. Okay, Uncle Ken. Again, Granny. As many times this word come, person name, place, we have to underline that. Later in the day. Again, you can see Granny. So many a time Granny and what they have underlined. The last line, Uncle. So in this way we have found noun in the given paragraph. I will give a photo shot for this exercise. It will be more clear for you at that time. But till that time you have to read the passage properly and understand the meanings whatever I have told to you in this passage, and understand this story as well. Okay, what is a small story in it, and see the moral also in that story. Okay, so here just underlining the passage is important, but to understand it is more important. Okay, some students say it is very easy just seeing and underlining. No, you should understand where we have to underline. Okay, and we have to find the noun. So I think it will be an easy task for you now. You can do it very easily, but reading is very important. See, just revise where we have underlined. I am going to read the paragraph and you just see where we have underlined this nouns. So everybody be attentive when you go. How do you like Uncle Ken? Uncle Ken. Ask Granny one day. I wish he was someone else uncle. I wish he was someone's uncle. Uncle, what you have to underline? I said, he is not so bad, just central. What is central? lazy runs around the house. I said, I have never seen Uncle Cain running. But I did one day. Mohan and I were playing marbles. In the shade of mango tree, where we were taken back by a side of Uncle Cain. Mango tree. Have you ever underlined this? When we were taken back by the side of Uncle Cain. So forget to write Uncle Cain. There also you have to underline. Wherever this name comes, you have to be attentive and underline this now. Okay? Uncle Cain, charging across the compound, pursued by the bee swarm or bees. Swarm means group of bees. Okay? He had lit fire under a silk cotton tree. So here you have to underline silk cotton tree. And the smoke had distributed the white bees in their leaves. So leaves it is underlined. Directly above him, Uncle Cain, underline this, fled indoors and lifted it into the tub. Tub is the name of thing of cold water. He had received a few things and decided to remain in the bed 3 days. Bed is the name of again thing. Took his meal on a tray. Where did he took? On a tray. I did not know Uncle Cain would run so fast. Uncle Cain. I said to Granny, later in the day. It is natural way of compensating. Said Granny. What is compensating? So it means making up the things. Now at least Uncle Cain knows that he can run. Is that not wonderful? So nice. It is very good passage you can say. So we have completed reading and underlining the noun in this passage. You should do in your textbook and read out the passage. Thank you, students.